Currently 1:44 a.m. The life of an entrepreneur. This is what it actually looks like. My name is Zaid Abdullah. I built 7 pages across YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram with a combined follower count of over 8 million. I'm currently in the phase of building my personal brand from the ground up and selling a service on the back of it, online personal training. Been only doing it for about 6-7 months now, and in that time span, I've scaled from $0 to $67,000. I'm hoping to scale to 50 to 100K a month in the next 6 months, and in doing so, I will be documenting it, showing you guys what goes into building a page, building a brand, and selling it, and what entrepreneurship is really like. What the trenches look like on a day-to-day basis. It's not jets and cars, it's a lot of sitting down and doing really tedious shit. So prepare to be bored. It's currently 11:22. I woke up today around 9, went through a bunch of things on my laptop, made sure everything was good as far as just promotion and especially DM setting on Instagram. I'm making sure the setters I work with are doing their jobs correct. Setting is essentially just getting people on phone calls and then selling them a product on a phone call through your Instagram DMs. And you get a lot of them depending on the content reach. So I got a lot of DMs overnight and I had to just go through them and make sure, you know, they're getting set correctly, they're getting the right messages, they're not setting wrongly. Because if you set wrongly, bro, you lose a lot of money. Meaning if you start out with a prospect, a lead, and you're like, hey man, this is gonna cost this much, they'll just fucking run away. Versus building rapport, bonding, making sure they feel comfortable, and then you hit them with the set at the right time, meaning, okay, listen, I got all the information I need, but I wanna further examine this, so let's get on a phone call and I can break everything down. And if you've done everything correctly prior, they'll say yes. If you didn't build rapport correctly, they won't hop on because they'll feel like, oh, this is too selly, I don't really know this guy, I don't feel that comfortable. There's a whole art that goes into it, and this is kind of a newer thing. So a lot of you guys might know about it or might not know about it. Setting though, it's like a whole thing, man. So right now I'm about to hop on a call with a one-on-one client and basically check up, make sure everything's good. One-on-one, they get weekly phone calls. It's personable because it's a higher ticket product. More incentive to join and be like, okay, I'm really getting taken care of. People that tend to buy this are gonna be people of higher net worth. And with that, you get a lot of wisdom from these people. Not only can you train them, get paid, they're gonna tell you a lot of their life, and you learn from that because, you know, they do a lot of cool things and they have a lot of wisdom to share and a lot of tips, techniques, tricks with business. When I make fitness more complicated, in any case scenario, it's always been detriment to the person I made it complicated for. Anytime I made it more flexible, they flourish. They feel like they have options. They don't feel like they're put in this box and they're suffocated. I could, if I wanted to, say, hey, all right, listen, you're gonna eat these amount of meals every single day. You're not gonna deviate. This amount of calories, you can't deviate. The amount of people that won't make it through will be probably 50%. You know what I'm saying? So I always wanna give people options and flexibility. Not only that, it's because after 3 months, you're gonna have to do it on your own anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if someone's constantly holding your hand all the way through and telling you everything you need to know without free thought on your end, after 3 months, you're gonna be lost. You're like, what do I do? I don't even know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Zaid, I need you. That makes a lot of sense.
2:30, I'm almost done with my 10 miler. Good for the mind, get some fresh air. Highly recommend running, not for just the fitness, but for the mental fitness. Feel fucking great after a run.
4:44 outside the gym right now. About to get a fatty fucking pump. Yeah, I fucking hate going to commercial gyms, to be honest. They're so annoying. Everybody's just there texting. And I try to avoid it because it's like mind your own business, but I just can't help but notice it. And I don't want it to wear off on me, you know what I'm saying? The fucking just, get the fuck away from me. They're like taking 4-minute rests in between sets, just texting. And they'll sit on a machine for like 3 hours. Like this the entire time. It's like, brother, I work on my phone. Everything I do is online. That's the only way I make my money. And I'm not even on my phone. What are you doing? What the fuck is so important? And it's everybody, every single person. Looking juicy or not? Get it in, guys. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, doesn't matter. Just get the blood flowing. Fitness helps the brain more than anything. Fuck it for anything else. Yeah, it helps you get chicks. It helps you get girls and whatnot, but it makes you feel great and ready to fucking work. More confident when you talk to people, especially when you sell. All right, it's currently 6:22 p.m. Got back from the gym, took a shit, and now I'm gonna write out some video ideas for a brand. 4 videos, brand deal on my Instagram page for 1,000 Pretty easy. It's pretty seamless. It's like a hair health app for men. And it's pretty on par with what I post on Instagram. Health, fitness, shit for men. So all the content creators, you see all their videos they make, they have to go through the scripting process, the storyboarding process, and they gotta know exactly what it is that they're filming. Then I got a call scheduled actually in about 45 minutes, a sales call, basically for my online training program. This is what happens on these calls, okay? So we get on with higher quality leads, people that make more money, a bit older, over the age of 25, living in countries that are making good money, you know, the United States, first world countries essentially. And with these leads, I will then qualify them on the call, build rapport, and sell them either to a high ticket program or a mid ticket program. The high ticket program is $1,500. It's one-on-one coaching for 3 months. The mid ticket is a group training program, which is a subscription based model. They get in at a setup fee of $350 for the first month to set up the application, to get the diet, to get the workouts, and then it goes down to $49 a month after that. And the hardest part about subscription models is just keeping them on, right? You got to do a lot of good things within the application. You got to give them tons of value. And then we have a group chat as well. You got to keep them engaged there so they feel like they're getting value, they're part of a community, and they never want to cancel it. Churn is something you hear about. It's super high with things like this. People just canceling. Something comes up, they just cancel the subscription. Usually fitness is the first thing to go because like, I don't really need this. You got to make them feel like they fucking need it. And customer service has got to be amazing. And that's something people get wrong with this type of stuff is their customer service is dog shit. And they just think about money. How do I maximize the amount of people without giving them value? Just give them the bare minimum. And I've heard so many programs, they get them in, they promise them the world, and then they don't deliver. And that's fucking bullshit, number one. And two, it's fast money. What easy comes, easy goes, you know? So yeah, you might get it easy, you might promise them the world, but I promise you in the end, if you don't give what you promise and more, you're gonna end up fucking broke. You're not gonna get recommended. It's not sustainable. You need a cult-like adherence from the people that subscribe with you. That they recommend it to their friends, that they never wanna leave it, that they fucking love it so much that they're willing to pay you even more. I've had a guy that called me up one time. I was like, listen, I wanna tip you. And I've never had this happen. It's very uncommon. People tip you for a high ticket product because they paid a lot to begin with, right? He's like, listen, this is so good, I want to give you more money. I was like, what, bro? No, you don't need to do that. You paid like $1,200. This was back when the one-on-one was cheaper. And he's like, no, bro, you just need to let me do this. I got so much value from this. I was like, God damn, bro. I just thought that's what people do. Apparently high quality service is in demand, right? It's true. Like, I thought it was weird, but then I really thought about it. I'm like, you know what? People don't deliver high quality service. It's very rare that you find people that go above and beyond to deliver high quality service. And it goes such a fucking long way. Unreasonable hospitality, that's what it's called. Read that book. It's about a restaurant that went from being ranked like top 100 in the world, like 99, they were like 99 or 100 out of 100, to going ranked number 1 in the world. It's a restaurant in New York called 11 at Madison Park, something like that. And they basically went from 100 to 1 by giving unreasonable service, unreasonably good service. It was crazy what they were doing. And I learned a lot from that book. I was like, fuck, this is such gold. And it makes so much sense. If you make people feel like they're getting way more than they bargained for, I'm telling you, you're gonna have customers for life. You're gonna have a cult-like customer base. They'll never leave you. You're gonna have people leave inevitably. You have some people that come in and don't try. You're gonna have that, right? But you treat people right, you treat people with more than what they bargained for, you're gonna have a select group of people that will buy whatever the fuck you put out every single time. I'm about to hop on a sales call. The point is not to sell him into something that he doesn't need. A lot of people make the mistake of having a high ticket product and trying to get people in at no matter what cost. Like, okay, you need this, you need this. I give people what they need, okay? There's no point of selling somebody at a higher product if they don't need it. They're just gonna be dissatisfied. And what goes around comes around, man. If you get fucking bad karma, you're selling people into some bullshit they don't need, You'll eventually pay the fucking price. I promise you that. I basically break down 2 programs, the high ticket, the mid ticket, based on their needs. I'll tell them I think you should do this or I think you should do that. There's no point in selling people into a higher ticket program if they don't need it. They're just gonna be unsatisfied. They're gonna be pissed off they paid that much. And it's just not gonna be good. You're gonna get fucked in the end. It might be good cash right now, but I promise, in the end, you'll get fucked. The key with these calls is not to act salesy and act like you give a fuck, like you're interested. And I usually am pretty interested. These people do a lot of cool things that I hop on with. I'm always asking questions, and if you're interested, they're interested. But if they see that you're just trying to sell them, they're not into it. Are you working out right now? What is your diet looking like?
No, bro. So I am.
My mind is always curious about shit like this. So, okay, let's say, give me an example. So a client.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, give me whatever you think is the easiest way to understand this. Because I don't want to just ask to ask. I want to ask to understand. And it's gonna kind of detox your body, but more than anything, it's gonna get you in a routine of knowing, okay, this is how many I eat, and this is how much I burn on a daily basis. And if I keep this up, I'm gonna burn X amount of weight in X amount of time. It's just being persistent with understanding, okay, what am I consuming? What am I burning? All right, guys, we got them into the mid-tier program, which is $350 up front and then $49 as a subscription. Once again, service is the main thing you want to focus on. If you got shit service, you're absolutely fucked. People are going to churn out. Treat people like you would want to be treated. And make sure when you're on a sales call, if you want to close, be interested in them rather than just thinking sell, 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 sell. If they see you have genuine interest, which honestly I did, every time I hear about what these people's professions are, I have a very curious mind, and I'm always like, what the fuck does this do? What does that do? And then I end up talking about them most of the time rather than even selling them. So then when I come back to sell, we feel like we've been friends for 10 years, and it's like, yeah, why not join this shit? Absolutely, bro. We're homies now. I want to know more about you once you're in, and I do. Anytime I have questions about this or that is relative to his profession, I'm just going to ask him. So think friendship, think bonding, think getting to know the person, be actually interested. And then the selling happens naturally, and don't oversell them into something they don't need. I could have oversold them into 1,500 and been like, yo, you need one-on-one, you need one-on-one, but it's just not right. If people don't need it, don't sell them into it. But if they do need it, say, hey, listen, yeah, you could take the cheaper option, but it's not gonna work. It's gonna be a waste of money. If you pay X amount more, it's gonna be more beneficial, and it makes more sense to them if you put it in a way where it makes sense and they actually need it. So it's time to eat. It's 8:54, and this is exactly what I ate yesterday. It's rice, steak, broccoli, and mushrooms. After running 10 miles and working out in the gym, this is pretty fucking tasty. I mean, anything tastes good if you work out that much. And also we got some sweet potatoes as well wrapped up in here. It's counterintuitive. When you want to sell, don't sell. If you want to be a good salesman, be curious and be personable. It is currently 1:40 a.m. and here we are awake, working. I gotta finish up a few videos. Couldn't go to bed until I get them done. I procrastinated. That's my biggest weakness, man. I procrastinate like a motherfucker. Basically, that's another day in the books. If you guys enjoyed content like this, please make sure to subscribe and let me know. And I will keep making more episodes of days in the life of an entrepreneur. Not just saying, yo, bro, entrepreneurship is great. You end up in jets and Lambos. This is what it looks like, guys. This is what the trench warfare looks like on a day-to-day basis. This is it. There's nothing special, nothing pretty. Boring as fuck and tedious as fuck. Be going to bed around 2 a.m. And yeah, you just gotta do what it takes, man. There's no set hours. Thank you for watching.